I hope that is something I remember and say, I'm glad I was a part of that 30 years from now.
Last Wednesday, Lori Vinson says she walked right into the United States Capitol, along with others who stormed the building. This is video straight from her cell phone.
You know, people have asked, are you sorry that you've done that? Absolutely, I am not. I'm not sorry for that. I would do it again tomorrow.
Vinson posted about her involvement on Facebook, and on Friday, she says she was fired from Ascension St. Vincent in Evansville. The paperwork says she was terminated for admitting to engaging in criminal behavior at a high-profile event, while her account also revealed her employer.
I participated in none of that. I would never participate in that.
Vinson says she was contacted by the FBI about her presence at the Capitol.
The whole conversation was about 10 minutes long, and he said, thank you, you won't be hearing from me again.
Despite the backlash, the criticism she has received in a conversation with a federal investigator, Vinson has no regrets. If you could go back to that moment outside the Capitol, would you still go inside?
Yes, I would.
Why is that?
Because I was there for a peaceful protest, and that's what I was doing. I felt like I've done nothing wrong, and I wouldn't change it.
A Union County couple has been sentenced for their involvement in the January 6th riots at the U.S. Capitol. Back in July, Lori and Thomas Vinson pleaded guilty to violent entry and disorderly conduct on Capitol grounds. Samantha Johnson is here now with this 14 News update.
Well, Randy, we first sat down with Lori 1 week after the insurrection of the U.S. Capitol. She told us then she would do it again and didn't regret it. Well, 1 month later, she and her husband were arrested before pleading guilty 5 months after that. Now, this is video directly from Lori's cell phone on January 6th. During today's sentencing, both Lori and Thomas were sentenced to 5 years probation and 120 hours of community service. They also both have to pay a $5,000 fine and $500 in restitution. Now, here's a clip from our interview with Lori from back in January.
If you could go back to that moment outside the Capitol, would you still go inside?
Yes, I would.
Why is that?
Because I was there for a peaceful protest, and that's what I was doing. I felt like I've done nothing wrong, and I wouldn't change it.
During today's sentencing, however, Lori presented a letter that she says details the kind of person she is, and part of that letter mentions she regrets some of the statements she made to us. So take a look. She says in part, quote, "I did not mean that any of the violence was justified or that I would go into the Capitol again. I meant that I would protest again. I do not agree with or support the violence that day. Now, I do not even want to participate in any protests." And Randy, by the way, we've posted that full letter on our website, 14news.com.
All right, Sam, thanks.
New at 4:30, a Union County woman was arrested for crimes related to January 6th Capitol riot. 42-year-old Shelley Stallings is among 4 people accused of pepper spraying a line of police officers who were working to secure an area of the Capitol building. Officials say her husband, 48-year-old Peter Schwartz, was arrested in February of last year, and this is video of him at the riot. They're facing several charges, including assault, resisting or impeding officers, using a dangerous weapon, and civil disorder.